If you are a Vechain holder, you probably want to watch this till the end. But feel free to skip the introduction on how Vechain works if you already know this project well. Vechain is a Layer 1 blockchain, smart contract platform, similar to Ethereum, Cardano, and other smart contract-compatible blockchains. But it was not always like that. It is designed to support supply chain management and business processes by speeding up these processes and information flow for complex supply chain. Vechain was founded in 2015 by Sunny Liu, the former Chief Information Officer of Louis Vuitton China, for almost 6 years before founding Vechain. And this is part of the founding team, which stands behind the Vechain Foundation. Sunny Liu also founded BitC, one of China's largest blockchain companies, and is one of the few blockchains that already have a substantial customer base among established companies. Vechain launched its mainnet in 2018. Initially, the network was working on the Ethereum blockchain, and its system was powered by V token. Vechain afterwards transitioned onto its own blockchain and rebranded itself in 2018. Their own blockchain, it's called Vechain Thor, and it is powered by the new and current VET token. Vechain Thor blockchain aims to be a leader in decentralized applications and initial coin offerings made using Vechain, as well as being an Internet of Things intermediary. From the beginning, they also have the main goal of revolutionizing the supply chain industry by making data actionable and transparent. Vechain made strategic partnerships over the years with several companies in order to help achieve this goal. This includes Renault to create a digital car maintenance book that cannot be tampered with. Vechain is also the government technology partner for Vechain, an economic development zone controlled directly by central Chinese government. Last week, Vechain partnered with UFC, closing a $100 million funding partnership, which will help Vechain to develop a variety of integrations to the UFC events and other original content for its digital and social media channels, starting from Saturday, 11th June. The founder in regards this said, "It is an historical moment that Vechain, the Layer 1 blockchain with the most enterprise adoption, joins forces with the fastest growing sport to raise awareness that blockchain technology is critical in helping deliver major global objectives, such as sustainability." Vechain is the top supply chain. It is the best platform at tracking services and items. From origin to destination, they believe that blockchain technology is one of the foundations for the next generation of information technology. They think that for this technology to achieve and enable mass public adoption, blockchain should have 3 evolvement phases: technical consensus, business consensus, and governance consensus. And they set these phases as the foundation to enable the Vechain Thor blockchain to be adopted as the world's premier choice of blockchain. The technical consensus is that phase in which many projects are being developed, and it is all driven by enthusiasm and competition around programming language, protocol, algorithm, and technical developer community to build the best network. Usually in this phase, very few applications for the traditional business world are created. Vechain has moved to the next phase, the business consensus. In this phase, enterprises and businesses who made the judgment to invest in early blockchain become the major force to drive blockchain technology development and adoption based on business needs and demands. This phase is all about understanding business needs, blockchain technology adoption and integration, user-friendly interfaces, agile system structure, and business developers community. Vechain Thor platform is in this phase. It is being adopted by major enterprises and assurance companies with the right reach, abilities, and competences to achieve this consensus, along with reaching out to government partners such as China, Malta, Republic of San Marino, and Cyprus. The next phase is governance consensus, in which Vechain is moving towards. They believe that the ultimate consensus in the blockchain space is the consensus among governments and legal authorities around the world. And in this phase is all about merging regulatory requirements with advanced features of blockchain technology. The network works with a proof of authority mechanism, similar to a proof of stake, in which you basically need to be approved as validator node from the Vechain Foundation to produce a block and approve transactions. Currently, there are 101 validator nodes, which must stake at least 25 million VET, or $800. It has 2 native cryptocurrencies, VET, a token used as a store of value and for peer-to-peer payments, and VETHO, a token used to pay for smart contract execution. When these payments are processed, 70% of these fees gets removed from circulation or burned. The other 30% gets distributed to stakeholders. You can stake your VET tokens for a 1.84% annual rewards in VETHO. It is quite low compared to other projects, but it is good to stake your tokens if you plan on holding for a long term, as it will slowly compound into more and more tokens. You can stake on their Vechain Thor wallet, downloadable for iOS and Android devices. VET is the utility and governance token, and it has a maximum supply of 86.7 billion tokens. Currently, 72.5 billion are already in circulation, and the rest will be released slowly on the network in the coming years. Its market cap is $1.7 billion, and its price is $0.024 per coin. It is down 90% from its all-time high, achieved in April 2021. VETHO token does not have a maximum supply. Its market cap is just under 70 million, and its value is just 0.0015. It is down over 94%. Most of the voting power is not held by the Vechain Foundation nodes, this to guarantee the network's decentralization. Last November, Vechain upgraded Proof of Authority 2.0. This includes verifiable randomness to select the nodes who produces nodes, this to increase decentralization. They then changed the block producing process to make impossible the fork of the blockchain, and lastly, they increased the transaction per second speed. In November, they launched the first decentralized exchange of the network. Here you can swap the token of the almost 100 projects building on the network. This is quite low, but because Vechain focus is not just DeFi, but it is also on supply chain solutions and sustainable development. I believe Vechain is a strong project with great solutions, and it is enough mature to might see always more institutional adoption. However, I have and hold both tokens, and I am not worried about the long-term performance, but I am not buying more VET and VETHO token for now, because we are in a bear market and it all depends on how Bitcoin performs. I also believe Bitcoin dominance has still to grow, so we might see altcoins dropping even further. It is likely that Bitcoin will go further down, or that it will stay in that 20,000 range. And in this case, I think VET and VETHO can go lower. In the future, I am going to accumulate more of both tokens when I will think it will be the right time, as I do consider both these tokens undervalued. When Bitcoin will turn bullish and the current bear market will end, I think Vechain will surge significantly in value, considering its development never stopped, and for sure not a bear market will stop them. Something that we cannot say about many of the projects out there. However, I do have some concerns about Vechain. I hope in the coming years it will be always more decentralized, as the Vechain Foundation do hold quiet a large amount, and yes, they do so to guarantee price stability and to fund the development of the project. But compared to other projects out there, I would like to see their share decrease. Yes, this would mean they would have to sell in order for this to be distributed among other holders. Another concern I have is that the actual VET token doesn't have that much utility in a part of staking. On the other side, VETHO token is used to pay transaction fees, so as the ecosystem develops more, I do think that the capital will balance more on both tokens. In this case, probably a percentage of the capital will move from VET to VETHO, because as we saw, there is a huge difference between them, and VETHO has an important utility. I will track the development in regards to this concerns, and I will give an update if we will have a progress, or if this can compromise the performance of the tokens in the future. If you want to stay up to date on their developments, I do recommend you to follow them on Twitter or other social media, or subscribe to my channel to do not miss any important news about this and other projects in the future.